All right, I crossed the 25 hours played threshold today with Death Stranding, which means it's time for the second of my 3 reviews that I do for every game that makes it through to a full live stream here on my channel. If you're not familiar how this works, I do 3 reviews. The first is the early thoughts video after my first stream. We already did that. The link to that is down below if you want to give that a listen. I do a second review after about 20 to 25 hours of the game, which is the initial review, and then I will do a final review after I have finished the game. In the meantime, let's dive in. I've been playing this the past few days ever since the announcement for Death Stranding 2. I had never played this game before. It got me intrigued and said, hey, I should play this because I'm definitely going to want to play the second game when it comes out at the end of June. Let's see what everybody's been talking about. So I have been playing for the past few days and having a great time. Just out of the gate, I don't have a single negative thing to say about this game, apart from the fact that the bikes are a nightmare to try to traverse over the rocky terrain. I have been told that that gets better as time goes on, but I got my truck today, and I gotta say that this has made my life so much easier. And also, I'm addicted to building highways, and I have been told that it gets even more addicting once you get to the point where you're building zip lines and everything else. So, right out of the gate, I would say anybody who's claimed that I heard this before I ever played this game, and it seems to me that is the ongoing meme that this is a walking sim. It is not a walking sim. While your character does some walking, there is so much more to this game than just walking around. There's the action combat. There are different types of weapons, and I keep learning more, but so far I've gotten like a mazer gun, the bola gun 1, bola gun 2, stun grenades, smoke things. I've got the anti-BT grenades, my poop grenades, my pee grenades, my anti-BT gun. There's combat versus humanoids, the mules. There's combat versus BTs, the demon ghost thingies. There is crafting. There's harvesting and gathering. There is base building. There is a whole bunch of stuff. There's vehicles and different types of vehicles. There's the transport pods that you can build. There's the different types of exoskeletons and the different types of suits. There is just so much going on in this game apart from just the
Always like the
travel component, which obviously there's a lot of traveling because you basically are kind of like a FedEx delivery driver. But there are so many layers to this game. It's really impressive. So my early thoughts video, I focused mostly on the story because that was after my initial few hours in the game, and the initial few hours in this game is all about story. It's all about loading you up on what the world is. And even though there's not a lot of explanations about everything, they set you up for all of these characters, these different organizations, the world and the state it's in with the Death Stranding, life in the afterlife. You meet a cast of characters, and you start to undertake missions. My time since then, the 5 hours since the 20 hours since my initial early thoughts video went out, I have been just playing the game and unfolding everything about this game. And I have to say that this is one of the most interesting games I've played. And also the way that they do. Someone said in a video the other day they didn't think the pacing of this game was very good, and I'm like, I just don't agree. I think the pacing for this game is absolutely phenomenal. The quality of life progression has been some of the best I've seen in any game because it just leads you from stage to stage. So you'll get used to walking around and doing deliveries, and then you get your first bike, and then you get used to driving around in your bike, and then they take the bike away, but then they give you a better exosuit, and then you get another bike, and then you get another bike, and then you get a different type of exosuit, and then you get my truck, which I've just gotten. Oh, and also the aforementioned what do they call them? These like things that you can haul around behind you. Do I have one on me? I don't think I have one at the moment, but these like carts that like float and they come behind you and you can attach them to your belt and pull them behind you. You can have two of them so you're carrying a train. And I've been told that you can get on top of those and like ride them down the mountains when you get up into the snowy mountains and stuff. So there's just generally speaking, there's a ton of stuff to do in this game, and the layers are ridiculously complex. And the craziest thing is like when you are getting in here and first getting going, I'm gonna drive outside really quick because now that I have my truck, I'm just gonna drive it around a lot because why not? By the way, it's loaded up with materials right now. I still got more to get. But one of the things we did at the end of the stream today was going around and working on building this highway. So if we look left and right now, I have this highway, and I've got this highway built all the way now from here. This yellow line is the highway. I've got this highway built all the way back to Lake Knot City. And my next main mission wants me to go all the way down into here. There's a town down here, which I don't have the mission at the moment because I'm currently just working on extending my highway south. And outside of that, there's just landscape. And you can see like up here, there's this massive mountain up there that is... There's stuff up there. We did a mission up there. Over there, you see it in the distance, that like satellite tower looking thing right up in there. Like we did a mission out there. That was a nightmare to get to. And outside of that, you just got like in all directions. Oh, I'm gonna tip my truck. All directions, you can just see lots of different places that you can go and see, and there's structures all around us. And in the midst of all of this is the fact that this is at its core like a science fiction exploration horror action game with a really trippy plot that is constantly unfolding. And now that I have, like, every time I turn around, it's like every couple of hours we're getting access to different vehicles, different weapons, different suits. I'm gonna have to just drive that off. On top of which is there's this intense soundtrack, which has been something I was a little nervous about, but so far I've only had a couple of songs get dinged on YouTube, and the AI has been able to scrub them out for the monetization aspect of the game. So there's just layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers upon layers of things to do and things that I have been learning about. Quick commercial break, everyone, to celebrate and give thanks to all of these amazing people who keep me on the air full time. Really appreciate the support. All you got to do is join as a member. You get access to private videos. You can also do super thanks on any upload or super chats and stickers on any live stream or premiere you see. And beyond that, don't forget we're multi-streaming over on Twitch now, so you can support over there as well. Thanks so much to everybody. Let's get back to the video at hand, which all lead me back to this sort of, you know, it's like you can get lost in the side quests because there's so much you can do in terms of building highways and earning reputation with each one of the waypoints and way stations. And as you get better rep, you can build better things. And there's different ranks of vehicles, different ranks of weapons, different ranks of exoskeletons, different ranks of everything. And so it's kind of like, do you want to just do the story, or do you want to go on this completionist journey of fleshing out the entire map, getting every single waypoint along the way, doing lots of runs for everybody, and doing the missions? And then at the back of this, and I think this is because I have the Director's Edition, there's been tie-ins to, like, as an example, there's been these missions I've been doing where I've been getting messages from Johnny Silverhand from Cyberpunk 2077, and I even got like a V, like V's face lines. I got a cosmetic that I can use for that. So there's just tons and tons and tons of stuff to do. And again, like I said, I have nothing bad to say about this at the moment. I have nothing negative. Like, this has been a 10 out of 10 experience for me. Like, apart from my vehicle, my motorcycle getting snagged. Today, during today's stream, actually, I had my first moment where the mules got me because I was going along and there was all of a sudden some crevices and canyons in front of me, and I tried to jump and I missed the jump, and my bike fell down in the crevice, and then a bunch of my cargo fell down, and then I was trying to get away and falling, and they're after me throwing their javelins, and I was like panic mode, and then I lost a second bike in a river, and yeah, there's just all sorts of craziness that has happened in this game so far, and I am loving every minute of it. So this is something that's going to be being played. Right now it's the main stream for the morning sessions, every single morning around 5 a.m., 6 a.m. Central Time is when I start on YouTube and Twitch. But once we get to Assassin's Creed Shadows, this will be sort of in the background. And then we've got Atomfall. Those two games will, as new releases, those two games will take priority. But I'm going to be continuing to play this game until I'm finished with it. And I'm not trying to rush it. I'm not necessarily in a completionist journey, but this is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be playing over the next couple of weeks as I continue to work my way through it. So if that sounds fun to you, make sure to tune into the live streams every single morning. And if you don't catch them live, don't forget to check out the VODs. And again, if you want to read or listen to my early thoughts video, you can check that out in the link below, and I'll have the final review out whenever I'm done. But in the meantime, I got lots more mysteries to uncover, highways to build, zip lines to just, build, mules to take out, BTs to escape from, and more craziness to uncover as this story unfolds in front of me. So I'll see everybody in the next one. Stay safe, happy gaming, and let me know your thoughts on Death Stranding down below.